Some big news that we've been leading on this hour is the Liverpool news tonight that Mohamed Salah, as our understanding, is edging closer now to signing that new deal at Liverpool. The club also confident Virgil van Dijk is going to do the same. If they do tie both down to new deals, how significant is that for Liverpool?
Oh, yeah. A massive, huge. I didn't expect any of them to sign, if I'm being honest. I thought when you see your contract out to, July, they're free agents in July, but they could sort out a deal now at from Christmas on, really. To get them two signed up with the amount of money they'd have been losing every week for not signing, which could have been 2 years ago, phenomenal. Bad news for Arsenal, bad news for Man City, bad news for Chelsea. Them two stand makes Liverpool very, very strong again next season. I thought if they lost them two, or two of the three, I thought they'd be right up against it next season.
I mean, it's rumbled on, hasn't it, for months and months of the contract talks of those and Alexander-Arnold, who we'll come to in a moment. Has there been a distraction, do you think, in that time?
No, not for me. I mean, I think people... I feel sorry for Liverpool in a way, and I don't mean feel sorry for... But they've won the league quite easily, and they will win the league quite easily. That's the holy grail. At the start of the season, everybody goes bang. If you can win the Premier League, that is the ultimate. The cup competitions, they're bonuses. The FA Cup, for me, the draw wins you the FA Cup. Very rarely you go and beat Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal and Chelsea away from home and then go on and win the FA Cup. Very rarely, if ever. So, for me, I think Liverpool lost more games one year in the Champions League than the league and didn't win the league. So it just shows you how big the Champions League, the Premier League is. So for me, I think they've been amazing this season. You're always going to drop off when you're that clear, and I just think they took a bit of undue stick when they lost to Paris Saint-Germain and then went out, lost the League Cup final. I just thought it was a bit unfair, if I'm being honest.
Do you think that a lot of the weight, was it down to just wanting to get the terms or as close to the terms as they wanted and not necessarily thinking there are 1, 2, 3 clubs that I want to go and play for, that they were just wanting to stay at Liverpool but on their own terms?
Yeah, I thought so. I think sometimes when you're players like them now who've done so much in the game, they'll always be looking at the bigger picture, not so much the money, I don't think. They earn enough money, they got enough money. What they'll be looking at, who's staying, who's going. Who's the players that are going to be staying? Are you going to be selling everybody? They probably even know who's probably going to come in next season or who Slot's looking at for next season. So I think that's what they look for. I don't think they would sign and want to come 5th or 6th in the league next season. Absolutely not.
And yet, that it seems they're going to stay despite the fact, it seems inevitable now, that Trent Alexander-Arnold is not. I guess from Liverpool's point of view, if you had to lose one of those three, would it be Trent?
Yeah, I would say yes, but I shouldn't say yes because he's a top player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's a phenomenal player. I think he's the best passer of the football in the Premier League by a country mile. He's got every range of passing. He's a phenomenal footballer. He takes a lot of stick for his defending, but he's won everything in the game. So I don't know how that one really plays out, really. Do you know what I mean? If you couldn't defend and you didn't have a clue, you wouldn't be playing right back for Liverpool. So, for me, I think he's a special player. But we go back to what I said before, who turns down Real Madrid? No, I don't think I've ever known of anybody to turn Real Madrid down. I think when you're growing up as a kid, especially the age he is, where he'd have seen the great Real Madrid teams, oh my God, that would have been his wildest dreams to go and play for Real Madrid at the Bernabeu in the white kit,
As you said, everyone wants to play for Real Madrid, don't they?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Everybody would have loved to play for him. I don't know anybody who wouldn't. So I don't know why he gets stick. I don't know why he's getting stick. He's given everything to Liverpool. He's won everything. He cost them nothing. And he's going to go for nothing. But he's going to go winning everything with Liverpool. So fair play to the lad.